Have you ever taken nutritional supplements? Are you taking them now? Which kinds of supplements are you taking and why? The reason for taking supplements is to add the nutrients that are lacking in our diets and to provide extra protection where we need it. If you're not eating enough food that contains the types of nutrients your body needs to thrive, you will need to supplement that with vitamins, minerals, and or herbs. In addition, vegetables grown in farms that practice monoculture rather than regenerative agriculture, as well as animals raised in factory farms, are often subpar when it comes to their nutritional density. Supplementation may be necessary. It's important to remember that when it comes to supplements, the same caveat for food is true. One size doesn't fit all. Just like food, each blood type has their own beneficials and avoids. It's important to find out which supplements are helpful and will help you meet specific goals that your blood type calls for, and which supplements should be avoided as they can be counterproductive or even impede your health. Since there are countless number of supplements available in the market, it's important to pay attention to the ingredients and sources. In the US, dietary supplement manufacturers are not required to follow the same manufacturing standards as drugs, so it can be a wild west out there, making it confusing and difficult for consumers to pick the right and safe supplements that are supposed to promote their health instead of doing the opposite. Now, there are certain types of industrial standards and labels which you can look for on supplements. For example, the NSF product certification means that the product has been tested to be sure that the ingredients listed on the package are the actual ingredients contained and there are no other additives unless listed. Another certification is the USP mark. When you see it on the product label, it means that the nonprofit US Pharmacopoeia has verified that a product contains the ingredients on the label in the amounts specified and doesn't contain unacceptable levels of contaminants. Beyond the dangerous materials, you should look out for additives such as binders and fillers that are used in most capsules and tablets. Improper binding and compressing can make the pill difficult to absorb into your system. Some of these additives, such as stearic acid, magnesium stearate, calcium stearate, ascorbyl palmitate, fractionated vegetable oil, hydrogenated vegetable oil, and castor oil, act as lubricants that allow manufacturing machines to run more efficiently, but they may inhibit the active nutrients from being dissolved and assimilated into your body, especially if you have a compromised digestive system. They may also deliver the active ingredients in a spot farther along the intestinal tract than the intended absorption site, which can affect absorption and in some cases may be harmful. Fillers such as maltodextrin is used for its anti-caking function, but it's corn-derived and an avoid for all types. It also has a high glycemic index. There are common ingredients in supplements that may be avoids for your blood type. For example, pay special attention to wheat germ, gluten, sugar, artificial colors, flavors, and ingredients. Although corn is neutral for type A secretors, most corn in the market is GMO, and most likely when used as a filler in the supplement is from a GMO source. The same goes for soy. Also, watch for heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and PCB in fish oil supplements. So before you purchase any supplements, check to see if these ingredients are listed on the labels and avoid them. Now, let's take a look at the supplements that are recommended for each blood type and those that should be avoided. We start with type A. Let's take a look at the nutritional focus for type A. The supplement focus should be toning the immune system, supplementing cancer-fighting antioxidants, balancing the microbiome, and strengthening the cardiovascular system. These are the unique needs of your type A body, so you will need to give it a boost using supplements when necessary. So the following recommendations emphasize the supplements that will help meet these goals. Vitamin B12. Type A should pay attention to vitamin B12 deficiency. This nutrient is found mostly in animal protein, so naturally the type A diet is somewhat lacking in this. Type A also tends to have a hard time absorbing B12 because you lack a substance called intrinsic factor in the stomach. In elderly type A's, vitamin B12 deficiency can cause senile dementia and other neurologic impairments. Look for the methylcobalamin form of the vitamin B12 supplement. Avoid the cheaper form known as cyanocobalamin. Vitamin B12 is also involved in the synthesis of melatonin, so you might even sleep a little better at night. Other B vitamins. Most other B vitamins are adequately contained in the type A diet. But if you suffer from anemia, you might want to supplement with folic acid. Type A heart patients should ask their doctors about low-dose niacin supplements, as it has cholesterol-lowering properties. Vitamin C. With higher rates of stomach cancer due to low stomach acid, type A can benefit from taking additional supplements of vitamin C. Nitrite, a compound that results from the smoking and curing of meats, could be a particular problem for type A because its cancer-causing potential is greater in people with lower levels of stomach acid. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, so it can block this reaction. Of course, you should still avoid smoked and cured foods. It's important not to take too much. Type A doesn't do well on high doses of vitamin C, that is, 1,000 milligrams or more. It tends to upset the stomach if you do so. So if you take vitamin C, choose ones made from food sources such as rose hips or acerola cherries, as most conventional vitamin C is made with synthetic ascorbic acid, which is almost always produced from fermented corn syrup. Take 2 to 4 capsules of 250 milligram over the course of a day. This will not cause digestive problems. Vitamin E. Vitamin E can protect against both cancer and heart disease, which are type A susceptibilities. You may want to take a daily supplement, but no more than 400 international units. Iron. The type A diet is naturally low in iron since you need to avoid red meat, which is a rich source of iron. Type A women, especially those with heavy periods, should be especially careful about having enough iron stored in your body. If you need to supplement with iron, do it under a doctor's supervision. Use blood tests to monitor your progress. In general, try to use as low of a dosage as possible and avoid extended periods of supplementation. Certain crude forms of iron supplements, such as ferrous sulfate, can irritate your stomach. Use milder forms such as iron citrate or blackstrap molasses instead. Floradix, a liquid iron and herbal supplement, can be found in most health food stores and can be easily assimilated by the type A body. Let's take a look at herbs and probiotics. Calming herbs. Type A can benefit from some mild herbal relaxants, such as chamomile and valerian root. They help you counter the effects of stress responses. They are available as tea and should be taken frequently. Quercetin. Quercetin is a bioflavonoid found abundantly in vegetables, particularly yellow onion. Quercetin supplements are widely available, usually in capsules of 100 to 500 milligram. It's a very powerful antioxidant, many hundreds of times more potent than vitamin E. It can make a powerful addition to type A as a strategy to prevent cancer. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is an effective antioxidant too. Additionally, it can reach a very high concentration in the liver and the bile ducts. If your family has any history of liver, pancreas, or gallbladder problems, consider adding milk thistle supplement to your protocol. Cancer patients receiving chemotherapy should use a milk thistle supplement to help protect their liver from damage. Bromelain. Bromelain is the same as pineapple enzyme. If you are type A and suffer from bloating or other signs of poor absorption of protein, take a bromelain supplement. The enzyme has a moderate ability to break down dietary proteins. It will help your digestive tract assimilate proteins better. Probiotics. If the type A diet is new for you, you may find that adjusting to a vegetarian diet is uncomfortable and produces excessive gas or bloating. A probiotic supplement can counter this effect by supplying the good bacteria usually found in the digestive tract. One caveat: bacteria that grow inside the digestive tract of one blood type is vastly different from those of another blood type. The difference could be as much as 50,000 times. In fact, blood type is a major influence on the bacteria that grow in the digestive tract. Therefore, it's critical to promote the growth of good bacteria that are specific to your blood type. Some type A friendly bacteria are Bifidobacterium bifidus, Lactobacillus plantarum, and Lactobacillus reuteri. Sorry for the most likely inaccurate pronunciation of Latin, but you can see it on the screen what they are. Now let's talk about supplements to avoid for type A. Beta carotene. Beta carotene is a precursor of vitamin A. We need vitamin A for healthy skin and mucous membranes, our immune system, and good eye health and vision. Beta carotene can also prevent artery disease. It can be found in seafood, yellow and orange vegetables, but high doses of it may act as a pro-oxidant, speeding up the damage to the tissues rather than stopping it. There may be times when you need to supplement with vitamin A for short-term benefits. So check with your doctor if you are deficient and need some supplementation for a period of time. Here are a few supplements formulated by Dr. Peter D'Adamo that can benefit type A. Just a word about Dr. D'Adamo's supplements. They are free of fillers and binders. They are 100% vegetarian capsules that contain no sugar, salt, gluten, wheat, yeast, soy, eggs, or dairy, preservatives, artificial flavors or colors, and artificial ingredients. Because of the use of high-quality food-based ingredients rather than synthetic ingredients, they are highly bioavailable. Also, Dr. D'Adamo uses his knowledge in herbal medicine to create formulations where the ingredients act synergistically with one another to provide a maximum benefit to the body. I have been taking them for over a decade and can vouch for the quality. The first one you see here on the left is Polyflora. It contains all the good bacteria specifically needed by type A to thrive. In the middle is methyl B12. It's the methylcobalamin form of vitamin B12 and is more readily absorbed by the body than the cheaper form, known as cyanocobalamin. The one on the right is bromelain, a pineapple enzyme that helps digestion and reduce inflammation. Let's take a look at the supplements that are recommended for type B. Type B is the lucky type. For the most part, you can avoid major diseases by following your blood type diet. Because your diet is so rich in vitamins A, B, C, and E, calcium, and iron, there's no need for supplementation of these vitamins and minerals. So enjoy your unique status by just being compliant with your food list. Still, there are a few supplements that can benefit you due to your unique physiology. The focus for type B supplementation are fine-tuning an already balanced diet, improving metabolic efficiency, strengthening immunity, and improving brain clarity and focus. Let's take a look at what supplements you can benefit from. For minerals, you would definitely benefit from magnesium supplements. While other blood types risk calcium deficiency, type B risks magnesium deficiency. Because you tend to assimilate calcium so efficiently, you risk creating an imbalance between your calcium and magnesium levels. When this happens, you will find yourself more at risk for viruses, or you might have a compromised immunity. You may also experience fatigue, depression, and potentially nervous disorders. Of particular interest is that magnesium plays the role of the catalyst for metabolizing carbohydrates in type B. It helps you to digest carbs more efficiently. If you feel that you may want to boost in your magnesium level, take a trial of 300 to 500 milligrams of magnesium a day. At the same time, make sure you eat high calcium foods as well, such as cultured dairy products. This way, you won't risk upsetting your body's calcium level. Now let's take a look at herbs, phytochemicals, and probiotics. Licorice. Licorice is used for four main purposes: as a treatment for stomach ulcers, an antiviral agent against the herpes virus, treat chronic fatigue syndrome, and combat hypoglycemia. It should be taken with care. Large doses in the wrong person can cause sodium retention and elevated blood pressure. If you suffer from hypoglycemia, a condition in which the blood sugar drops after a meal, drink a cup or two of licorice tea after meals. If you suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome, use licorice preparations other than DGL and licorice tea, only under the guidance of a physician. Licorice freely used in a supplemental form can be toxic. Modified citrus pectin. Modified citrus pectin, or MCP, is a special type of pectin, a molecule found in many plants. Pectin is widely used in cooking as a thickener. MCP is composed of a long chain of sugar that bears striking resemblance to the type B antigen. In the stomach, the acids break the chains up, freeing up the sugar, which can then attract, block, and diffuse type B specific lectins. It can block lectins from attaching to the tissues of the liver. MCP can be found in some health food stores, naturopathic doctors, and online. Digestive enzymes. If you're not used to eating meat or dairy foods, you may experience some difficulties adapting to your type B diet. Take a digestive enzyme with your main meals for a while and then you'll adjust more readily to concentrated proteins. Bromelain, an enzyme found in pineapples, is available in supplemental form. Adaptogenic herbs. These herbs increase concentration and memory retention, which is sometimes a problem for type Bs who have nervous or viral disorders. The best types are Siberian ginseng and ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba, in particular, increases the microcirculation to the brain, which is why it's often prescribed to the elderly. Lecithin. Lecithin is commonly used in cooking as an emulsifier. It's a blood enhancer found principally in soy. It allows the cell surface B antigens to move around more easily and to better protect the immune system. It also enhances your metabolism. Type B should seek benefit from lecithin granules, not soy itself, as soy doesn't have the concentrated effect. Drinking the Membrosia cocktail is a good habit to develop. It allows you to get an excellent modulator for your nervous and immune system in a pleasant way. A recipe for this cocktail is posted below this video. Here are a few supplements formulated by Dr. Peter D'Adamo that can benefit type B. The first one is PhytoCal, which contains a number of minerals that are beneficial to type B and the correct ratio between calcium and magnesium. The second one is Cortiguard, which can aid type B release the stress hormone cortisol from the body. It also contains extracts from the ginseng root. The third one is Bromelain, which contains the pineapple enzyme that helps digestion and reduces inflammation. Let's take a look at the supplementation needs for type O. The focus for type O are supercharging the metabolism, balancing the microbiome, preventing inflammation, supporting the thyroid, and blunting unwarranted stress. The following supplements will help you meet these goals. Vitamin B. Many type O's feel more energetic when on a high-potency vitamin B complex. You may want to try this for a week or so to see how you feel. A well-designed multivitamin or B complex is safe, other than the possibility of having bright yellow urine, which is nothing to worry about. The yellow color usually comes from the excess riboflavin in the vitamin being excreted. Type O sometimes requires a vitamin B12 supplement, especially if starting the blood type diet after having been a vegan or vegetarian. B12 supplements come in different formats. Avoid the cheapest version known as cyanocobalamin. Look for methylcobalamin, which is the biological active form of B12 and is readily assimilated. It's involved in the synthesis of melatonin, so you might even sleep a little better at night. Vitamin B5. B5 is also known as pantothenic acid. When it's being digested, molecular reaction slows down dopamine beta hydroxylase, or DBH, which is the overactive enzyme in type O that drains the precious dopamine into anxiety-inducing norepinephrine. A positive side effect is that pantothene also gives you unchained pantothenic acid, which can support the adrenal glands. Now let's have a look at minerals. Calcium. The high-protein diet stimulates unique enzymes in your digestive tract that ramp up calcium absorption. However, there are situations when you should supplement with calcium. Since the type O diet doesn't include many dairy products, which are some of the best sources of calcium, you might want to supplement about 600 to 1,100 milligrams of elemental calcium, especially for children in their growth periods and for postmenopausal women. Magnesium. Although a diet full of fruits and vegetables usually provides enough magnesium to meet your biological needs, Type A does well on magnesium supplements. Magnesium tends to optimize the digestive process and may reduce inflammation. If you suffer from migraine headaches or other types of inflammation and pain, you may want to add this to your supplement plan. Iodine. Type O tends to have unstable thyroid metabolism. It can be easily disturbed by changes in the gut's bacterial population. The wrong types of bacterial flora can activate the immune system to attack them. But this action can also damage the thyroid, as in the case of a friendly fire. Iodine is the key element necessary for the protection of thyroid hormone. Iodine supplements are not recommended by Dr. Diadamo. You can have adequate amounts of iodine by eating sea vegetables such as kelp. They not only contain a small amount of iodine, but also help optimize proper gut flora. This, in turn, protects the thyroid from the inadvertent attacks by the immune system. Next, let's take a look at nutraceuticals. For digestive support, licorice is helpful for type O digestion. Type O individuals typically have a high level of stomach acid. This can lead to stomach irritations and ulcers. A licorice preparation called DGL can reduce your discomfort and helps to heal your stomach lining. It also protects it from stomach acids. DGL has removed a component in the plant that could cause elevated blood pressure, so it's safer to take than the crude licorice preparations. Other remedies to protect your stomach lining and increase resistance to ulcers include slippery elm and marshmallow roots in the form of tea or capsules, as well as ginger roots. Pancreatic enzyme. If you are type O who is not used to a high protein diet, it would be helpful to take a pancreatic enzyme with large meals for a while, or until your digestive system begins to adjust to the more concentrated proteins. Pancreatic enzyme supplements are usually available in a 4 times strength. Rhodiola rosea. Rhodiola rosea is a herb that has traditionally been used to fight fatigue. It helps type O modulate stress more efficiently. It seems to enhance the response of muscle tissue to exercise, help balance neurotransmitters, and may even have a mild antidepressant effect. Bladderwrack. Bladderwrack from kelp is an excellent nutrient for type O. This seaweed contains iodine and large amounts of the sugar fructose. Fructose is the basic building sugar of the type O antigen. The fructose found in bladderwrack helps protect the intestinal lining of type O, especially from the ulcer-causing bacteria H. pylori, which attaches itself to the fructose lining the stomach. Bladderwrack is also very effective in helping type O to lose weight, especially those who suffer from thyroid dysfunction. The fructose in it seems to help normalize the sluggish metabolic rate and produce weight loss. N-acetylglucosamine, or NAG, is an amino sugar found commonly in nature. Unlike its cousin glucosamine sulfate, which is widely used to promote joint health, NAG works in the digestive tract. Many dietary lectins bind to NAG. So if you're trying to go lectin-free or are dealing with gut problems, NAG may be worth a try. Lastly, let's take a look at the supplements to avoid. St. John's wort. St. John's wort is well known as a mild antidepressant, but many type O's feel weird after taking it. It may be due to the interactions between the herb and neurotransmitters and stress chemicals that can get out of balance in type O. These stress chemicals include DBH, monoamine oxidase or MAO, dopamine, and norepinephrine. St. John's wort can also affect how the liver detoxifies certain drugs and environmental chemicals. If you are type O and using St. John's wort, consider switching it to rhodiola instead. Another supplement to avoid is high-dose vitamin C. Although the normal doses of vitamin C found in the diet and in rationally designed supplements are fine, vitamin C is a known cofactor for the DBH enzyme. The DBH enzyme converts dopamine to the anxiety-inducing norepinephrine. If you're taking more than 500 milligrams of vitamin C daily and experiencing stressful feelings, high blood pressure, depression, or anxiety, you might want to lower the dosage or take a break from it. Here are a few supplements formulated by Dr. D'Adamo that can benefit type O. First, catechol. It contains rhodiola and helps modulate the effects of stress hormones in type O and has a mild antidepressant function. The next one is methyl B12, which is the methylcobalamin form of vitamin B12 and is more readily absorbed by the body than the cheaper form known as cyanocobalamin. The last one here is Fucus Plus. Its main ingredient is the seaweed bladderwrack. It boosts your metabolism and promotes weight loss. It also protects your stomach lining from the H. pylori bacteria. I hope this video has helped you understand your unique nutritional profile better and raised your awareness of which nutritional aspects may need some extra support from supplements. If you have any questions about supplements in general or Dr. D'Adamo's supplements, please feel free to ask. I'll try my best to help guide you in the right direction.